Okay. When we started working on the insurance case, we started out with the assumption that the probability of a driver making a claim is 0.0604 that was reported by the California Department of Insurance. Okay. But what if this is different from 0.0604? So it's not. So what we want to do is to simulate that, okay, and then use the simulated value of the probability of claim into our binomial distribution, or in the case of 1 million customers, we are talking about Poisson distribution. So we'll have, this is the simulating the uncertainty, and here there are a couple of things that you need to note: uncertainty and variability. Uncertainty is something that we can deal with by collecting more data. So instead of simply taking this value from the California Department of Insurance, you take a look at the actual data year after year after year after year, and then you come up with some sort of probability distribution, so you deal with the uncertainty. So variability is an attribute of the system. It can be reduced by process changes. It's not possible to change that. It's simply collecting more data. The variability is not going to change. That's inherent to the data. The variance of the statistics that we compute, that could be decreased by increased number of points of data. But the variability, the systemic variability, cannot be changed by simply collecting more data from that system. So process changes are needed for that. The uncertainty, we can try to deal with that by having more data, and we're going to assume here that we're going to we have a probability distribution, and we'll say that that probability distribution is normal distribution. Okay, and that would have the same mean, but the standard deviation will be 0.001, and then use that probability in our Poisson. Okay, so here are the so new formulation will be, so we risk normal, right? So that one, comma 0.0002 O's, right? 2 O's and 1. Now that gives us simulated value of the probability. So now the Poisson probability is going to be, okay, so if you ignore, okay, so this will be that risk Poisson of n times probability, okay, if you ignore parameter uncertainty. So this parameter is uncertain, so so with uncertainty, your parameter is that, and the frequency is risk Poisson. Now you use n times the simulated probability of claim. Okay, so this is without uncertainty, this is with uncertainty. Now the severity distribution is risk log normal, okay, of that mean and that standard deviation. Okay, now we will set up two. So with this will be without uncertainty, and then we'll have with uncertainty with the compound function. So risk compound Okay, risk compound has what? The frequency, so frequency without uncertainty, comma, severity, and then deductible and limit. Okay, now the same thing here, risk compound. Okay, now frequency with uncertainty, okay, severity, deductible and limit. Okay, now this one includes parameter uncertainty. Okay, so then that's times 10%, and then you add the 2 and divide by that. So I'll make that F4 so we can copy this down. So copy that over here and change that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, B6 should have been absolute referenced. That's why, and then I can copy. Okay, so let's make that as well. Okay, we'll define this as an output and this as an output as well. Okay, and then check the settings and then simulate. For me, the multiple CPU simulations did not kick in. I guess I should have simply said enabled and set the number of CPUs to be auto, and that would perhaps run the simulations faster. Alright, so let's look at the results. So we have legend with statistics. Okay, so mean is 188. So this is with certainty. Alright, so with uncertainty, sorry. So let's do an overlay of that. I don't know which one it was. Okay, that's that. So let's do an overlay of that. Alright. So this is with uncertainty. Okay, so they both. I should have given better labels here, so it would be. Well, anyway, so let's see whether it. Okay, so this should be, the label should be uncertain. But I don't know whether the label after the fact will change without uncertainty. Okay, so well, I've already added the overlays. So we add the blue blue is that one, I think. All right, let's remove clear overlays. So that's that. Okay. So when I add overlay, that's the blue. So this is the blue, and you see when the uncertainty is introduced, then the spread becomes much larger. So here this is with parameter uncertainty for claim frequency percentage. But the mean remains about the same. So we are introducing more uncertainty here, even though the mean claim is about the same.